It's week 4, and welcome back to the Fourth Down Forecast. And this week, we've got a lot of big storylines.
That's right, including one of these teams, the Chiefs or the Ravens, are going to be in a big 1-3 hole. And of course, Micah Parsons returns to Jerry's world to take on his old team, the Cowboys.
Welcome back, Micah.
Yeah.
But first, before we get into it, we want to remind you to subscribe to the Fourth Down Forecast. We've got that QR code on your screen. Make sure you hit that so you never miss one of our episodes showing you how weather can impact the game and, of course, your fantasy football and betting.
That's right, and smash a like as well. And hey, let's start with a couple 3-0 teams.
Let's do it.
Eagles at Bucks, and these two teams are undefeated, and the weather might have a little something to do with the outcome in this one.
That's right. All right, so look, this game, it's going to be super humid. Temperatures already are going to be in the high 80s, but there's also high humidity. So this is what's called the feels like temperature, which means it's going to be between 97 and 102. That's what it's going to feel like. Now, there's also a chance for afternoon rain and a slight chance for thunderstorms. I don't know if the Eagles can keep up, but I guess that's your domain.
Yes, and like we said, the Eagles and Bucks are undefeated, but Jalen Hurts is only 1-4 versus the Bucks. They've done a good job against him historically, and that's the most L's he has against any team.
Interesting.
And furthermore, the Eagles are 1-3 in Tampa Bay under Nick Sirianni, so they struggle in that Florida heat. So much so that they came out a day early to Florida to get acclimated to the weather.
Wow.
Yeah, usually teams fly in on Saturday when they're on the road. They came in on Friday to get ready for this heat.
Because it's more than heat. Again, remember, it's humid. But I will say, if I may, Jalen might want to throw that ball because in a humid environment, the atmosphere is a lot less dense, meaning the ball can go a little bit further.
And that leads me to some fantasy facts. Now, Philadelphia, I see my man Baker up here, they haven't allowed a passer to hit 200 yards yet. That's even facing garbage time Dak, Patrick Mahomes, and Matthew Stafford. None of them have gone over 200 yards. Now, a betting tip. The Buccaneers are 15-6 against the spread as underdogs when they got my man Baker Mayfield up there. And that's the best in the NFL since 2023. So something's got to give. Oh, and you know what?
What?
Speaking of that heat you're talking about, Tampa Bay has never been over 99 degrees. They've never seen 100 degrees. Now, you said it's going to feel like 100, but they've never seen 100.
Wow.
Yes, I'm a meteorologist too. Shoot.
I know. I gotta know where you're getting those, stats and facts from. But
That's
okay.
real. Raj.com.
Now let's take you to the Jags versus the Niners.
Yeah, and who knew there would only be one loss between these two teams 3 weeks into the season?
Not I. So as far as weather in this game, really nothing crazy. We're talking temps in the low to mid 70s.
That's all.
That's it.
Okay. All right, now your guy Brock Purdy is back for this one, but still the story of the season for the 49ers has been injuries.
God, they've only played 3 games.
Yeah, Nick Bosa's out for the season on defense. You got Kittle dealing with, he's been on the IR since the start of the season. Juwan Jennings has been in and out with shoulder and ankle injuries. But in terms of fantasy, that's meant a lot of usage for Ricky Pearsall and Christian McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey hasn't had a blow-up game, but he has had 50 yards rushing and receiving every single game. So get those guys in your lineup if you're looking for usage.
You know, in DraftKings, Christian McCaffrey costs like $8,500. I don't think 50 yards rushing and receiving is honestly worth that price for me.
All right, fade them. Now, a betting tip, the Jaguars have lost 7 straight games following a win.
So what?
So they win, they lose. They lost week 2. They won week 3, they might lose this one. That's what the trend says. And did you know what?
What?
Little fun fact about San Francisco. The city was originally named Yerba Buena, which stands for good herb in Spanish.
Oh man, that's pretty groovy.
Well, look what we have here, a little heavyweight battle between the Ravens and the Chiefs.
That's right. This is a playoff rematch from last season, and they haven't been heavyweights this season because the loser of this game is going to fall to 1-3. But let's see how the weather looks.
So this should be a comfortable game for Lamar because remember, our guy loves to wear that neck scarf to keep him warm. So look, it's not going to be warm in Kansas City forever. So take advantage of dry conditions and temps in the mid 80s.
All right, now you speak of the neck scarf with Lamar, but one other thing he does that's pretty cool is he wears the color of the opposing team's mouthpiece every single week. So this week, look for a red mouthpiece from Lamar with his neck scarf.
Ooh, he must order the rainbow pack off of Amazon.
I think so. All right, so like I said, the loser of this one will be in a big 1-3 hole. Now, the Ravens are favored by 2.5 points with an over-under of 48, so Vegas expects a lot of points. Now, Mahomes is 5-1 versus Lamar, so that trend's there. And the Ravens defense is last in the NFL. This is the first time since 2021 the defense has been that bad. But they're susceptible to the run. KC can't run the ball. So who knows what's going to happen there. But in terms of a fantasy nugget, one thing we do know, the Ravens have scored 111 points this season, which is the most by a team with a losing record after 3 games in NFL history. So they're scoring points. Chiefs aren't necessarily scoring points, but the Ravens' defense is bad. This game's going to be all over the place, but it should be fun to watch.
Definitely. So who do you like in this game? Because you took the Ravens to actually go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that was my future pick. If Derrick Henry can hold on to the damn ball, we might be okay. So I still like them. They've been an okay team, but come on now, Derrick Henry. Stop fumbling the ball like that.
Seriously. Well, I know you've been looking forward to this game.
Yeah, this one's been the story of the week and perhaps the story of the season. Micah Parsons returns to Dallas to play his old team, the Cowboys.
So this is the Sunday Night Football matchup. So this means that temperatures are going to start in the mid-80s, like you see there, but they're going to slide into the mid-70s by the end of the game.
Yeah, no need to shut the roof there. But I do see an error on this map, ma'am.
Yeah, what's that?
It says Terrell. Terrell Owens was number 81, not 82. So they need to fix that.
Thank you. I'll let the National Weather Service know.
Got your back, Gio. Okay, so Green Bay is favored by 6.5 or 7 points, depending on where you get it from, and with an over-under of 47.5. Now, the fun stuff are the props, though. How many times will Jerry Jones be shown on Sunday Night Football? There's an over-under of 3. What do you think? Over-under when they show Jerry in the box?
Over.
Okay. How many sacks will Micah Parsons get? Over or under 1.5? Think he'll get 2, 1, or nothing?
Oh, I think he's going over for sure.
Okay, and here's a fun prop too. You can bet these things. Will the crowd chant Micah Parsons or Micah at some point during the game? The big favorite is no, but do you think they'll chant Cowboy fans?
Like chanting is in
Their
they
name.
like him.
Because at camp, when Jerry first showed up to training camp, they were like, "Pay Micah Parsons. Pay." So they were chanting. Cowboy fans were chanting. Do you think they'll chant Micah's name in the return?
I don't, and the reason I'm saying this is because you're kind of the only objective Cowboys fan that I know. So I feel like the masses probably have turned on Micah now.
Oh, okay. Well, I think they're turned on Jerry, actually. So I think we might get a chant. We'll have to see. All right, so when it comes to fantasy in this one, you know the Cowboys defense will turn the opposing quarterback into gold. They'll make them superstars. So Jordan Love and the Packers don't like to throw much, but they might want to here because the Cowboys have the worst secondary in the league. In fact, they're on pace for like one of the worst secondaries in the history of the NFL.
Wow. Yeah, I could see why that maybe they're turning on Jerry then.
Yeah. Now on the Cowboys side of the ball, of course they lost CeeDee Lamb because they foolishly decided to line him up as a running back and get him damn near killed last week. But anyway, there's still weapons. Pickens is still there. I like Ferguson, the tight end. They've been running the ball with Javonte Williams pretty well this season. So Dak will get his garbage time stats. They'll lose, but they'll still put up some type of fantasy-friendly numbers for you.
I'm not taking Cowboys at all. I'm staying out of it.
No.
All right, so your fantasy tip of the week last week, good on the Bears side,
Yep.
not so good on the Cowboys side.
Yeah, when the Cowboys throw 2 interceptions within the 5-yard line, we're not going to cover that part. But this week, we're going to rebound because I like 2 rookie running backs. Not Ashton Genty, who I was high on, but the Raiders' offensive line absolutely sucks. No, this week I like Cam Skattebo and Amarian Hampton. Now, with Cam Skattebo, Tyrone Tracy went down with an injury. He's going to on injured reserve. Not IRU reserve, that's a new thing. But he's going to get a lot of time. And then, of course, Najee Harris is out for the year, so expect Amarian Hampton to step up. So DraftKings, regular fantasy, if you got him on your bench, put him in your lineup. And in DraftKings, get some decent prices on these guys as well.
That is very true. I'm going with one of these guys. I'm not telling you.
Ooh, have to wait and see.
Well, there's your week 4 weather stats and fun facts.
Hey, now don't forget to hit this QR code up there so you can subscribe and never miss an episode. And why not smash a like? Until next week, I don't know, what do you say?
I don't know. See you next week.
All right, see you next week. Until next week, I'll see you next week.